I'm Margaret, standing in the living room of what was once our house. I watched as the police led Heather away in handcuffs. The room was silent, save for the sound of my own steady breathing. Elijah stood there, his face pale, as if he couldn't believe what was happening. Just a moment ago, he was threatening to change the locks on me, and now, he was the one being removed for trespassing. It all started on a sweltering day in Miami. The temperature was soaring, and I was struggling under the weight of 3 heavy grocery bags, with my 3-year-old son, Lucas, clinging to my hip. My feet felt like they were burning through my shoes as I walked on the scorching asphalt. And then, to my disbelief, I watched my silver BMW X5 speed past me. My mother-in-law, Gloria, was at the wheel, and my sister-in-law, Isabella, was in the passenger seat. They just waved and kept going, leaving me and Lucas to suffer in the heat. I managed to walk 1 more block before my legs gave out. I sat on the curb, the heat seeping through my jeans. My phone was dead, and my water bottle was empty. I felt so helpless, like a lost soul in the desert. Just then, a large black Dodge Ram pulled up beside me. The window rolled down, and there was my father, Robert. He was a tough-as-nails construction foreman who had built many high-end condos in the city. He didn't ask me what was wrong. He just got out of the truck, took Lucas from my arms, and said, "Get in." I tried to make light of the situation, saying it was just an impromptu exercise, but he saw right through me. "I saw them pass you. Gloria was driving your car," he said firmly. We drove to the house in silence. It was a beautiful beachfront mansion that my husband, Victor, was always bragging about. When we arrived, Gloria and Isabella were unloading shopping bags from my car, laughing and chatting as if nothing was wrong. Dad parked his truck across the driveway, blocking them in. Gloria looked up, annoyed. "Robert, you're blocking the driveway." "Isabella has a showing in an hour," she said. Dad just held out his hand and said, "Give me the keys." Gloria scoffed, saying they were just borrowing the car, and that I didn't need a luxury vehicle as a stay-at-home mom. Victor came out of the house, looking irritated. He was more concerned about the HOA rules and potential fines than about my well-being. Dad didn't back down. He stared Gloria down until she finally handed over the keys. We drove to Dad's office. Once there, he sat me down and asked me what was going on. I told him how Victor had been making me feel like I was nothing but a servant in my own home. He said he was paying the rent to a property management company called Ocean View Holdings, and that gave him the right to make all the rules. I opened my laptop and logged into the Ocean View Holdings portal. Dad was shocked when he saw that I was the owner. 3 years ago, my grandmother left me a large inheritance. I bought the house with cash and set up an LLC to hide the money from Gloria, who had a history of gambling debts. Victor thought he was paying rent to a faceless company, but in reality, the money was going into a savings account for Lucas. Just then, my phone started buzzing with texts from Victor. He was angry, saying I had embarrassed his mother and ruined Isabella's day. He threatened to change the locks if I didn't come back within 30 minutes. Dad told me to check my accounts. I logged into our joint checking account and found that most of the money was gone. It had been transferred to Gloria. Then, I found a notification about a new credit card account opened in my name. Isabella had used my identity to buy her wedding dress and pay for the venue deposit, a total of $80,000. That was the last straw. I decided it was time to take action. I went to the police station and filed a report. Then, I drafted an eviction notice, citing the criminal activities of the tenants. Back at the house, I used my master key to enter. When Victor and the others saw me, they were in shock. I laid out the eviction notice and the deed to the house. Victor's face turned white as a sheet when he realized I was the landlord. Gloria tried to put on a show, but with the security cameras recording everything, the police had all the evidence they needed. Now, as I stand here, looking around at the empty house, I feel a sense of relief. I didn't lose a husband. I lost a burden. The future is mine, and I'm ready to embrace it.